Hi, good afternoon to the panelists. I have a question maybe to all four of them. When I ask you what significant changes did you experience after getting your PMP in 3 words maybe, what would you say?
I have to qualify. Project manager always work under constraint. That has to be a valid question in order to score 1 point. Do Team C agree that is a valid question? Yes. Yeah, definitely they will say yes. What will be the... So the question is that what are the significant changes after being a PMP? Okay, describe it in 3 words. So 4 person combined in 3 words, or 1 person got 3 words? 1 person got 3 words. That is a tough job, I tell you.
This is very tough. I sure feel, okay? But if you don't mind, I say a few words. Then I would like to, is that okay? Okay, definitely I will feel like I cannot do it in 3 words because there's so much good things to talk about it. But what really helped me is it opened up my eyes. Every time people talk about all this and that, then I always say, yeah, I'm better than them, lah. You know, always the last thing, because I'm their seafood. Okay, they come and ask me questions. All right. Now the thing is, after I've gone through all these courses, I realized a lot of things I don't know, because I don't know what I don't know. So I thought I'm okay. But once I start to realize a lot of things I don't know, then I start to realize there's a lot of things I'm yet to learn. So I mean that's the thing that really helped me a lot nowadays.
So excellent answer, but 3 times 2. I don't know what I don't know. That is a good answer, okay? I think it's okay. You guys want to take it, or we leave another difficult question for Team A? 60 seconds from now.
Hi. This question goes to Ganesh. Okay. Assuming you are a board of directors and one of the program manager for the company, right? The project which is coming in has been said, CFO says it's a negative project, we should not take it. But the project manager says it's a positive project, we can achieve cost benefit to the company. Which one you choose?
Can you explain your name and your organization you're from, please?
I'm from, myself Jeyaganesh, I'm from Exchanging Asia.
Okay, so
Bala, if you don't mind, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Okay, let's assume the 4 panelists which we have and 1 judge over there. Normally the project organization comes to the ward board, right, to decide whether the company to take up the project or to leave it, right?
Okay.
The CFO takes a major role saying that whether the project is going to bring up the good profit or loss of profit or whatever it is. Then the program, basically the project organization looks up the program manager to give the feedback whether the project is going to give you the good cost benefit or it's going to be negative. So the CFO says the project is negative, can I take it up? But the program management says it's a positive, it's a cost benefit to the customer, company. So which one you choose?
Okay. Well, the reality is sales sells the skies, and the operation team, which is the project team, have to implement it, right? So they will take negative, positive, everything they will take. End of the day, project managers, project director have to face, ensure that they succeed. Now, answering to your question, before we go into project, then we will look into risk plan. We will identify every risk, we qualify every risk, we come up with a mitigation plan, and then we'll address each one of it, and then qualify it, and then decide whether it's good to go or we have to drop it. Same goes to project manager. If you're running a business, then you have an option whether to go for the project or to drop it. Because some of the project is controversial project that it might impact your credibility of your skills. Right? If let's say you know that project is going to have issues, you take it up and it fails, you're going to have you have managed a failed project in your CVs. So same thing goes to organizations. So we usually don't take negative projects, we take positive projects with optimistic, some pessimistic, but we manage it on this perspective.
So you go to CFO? Can we leave that subsequent questions to the team B? If that's definitely no more question, then we will come back to you, right? Okay, 60 seconds from now for Team B. So before the next question is fired, basically Ganesh is responding. Her response to it is that as a project manager, you practice risk management, right? You assess the risk for the project, in order to speak up in the board environment. Please.
Good afternoon. Forgive me if my question is quite basic. My question is referring to those who actually new in PMP and or without any experience in. Basically, whenever we go for any certificates, it doesn't necessarily means that once you get the certificate, you know about it, you know all about it. Pardon?
If you ask me, where are you? So what is your question?
Yeah, my question is, for those who doesn't have any experience in project management or they want to start doing it, does it really need any certain kind of skills or experience to even get trained before getting trained, or by just getting trained and passing the exam is enough? It means that once you get trained and pass the exam, you are ready to go to the road.
I suppose let me rephrase the questions, is that for someone just out from the college, have no experience, and what does this certification mean to you, right? The answer to it is that you cannot take PMP certifications, okay? There are a series of prerequisites you need to fulfill before you are allowed to take PMP certifications. You must have some working experience, you must be able to understand what's going on in the real-life project environment. So, to be honest, I think I should give another opportunity to Team B to fire another questions. Okay, please. Right? Because there was not a so-called questions about PMP and I. Please, someone else. So right now is 1-1, A and C.
Hi, I'm Hanan from Multimedia Consulting. This is a question for Razi actually. Okay, long time friend. Okay, implementing PMP practices and processes in SME is probably not very easy. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of frustration. So how do you balance between the need to follow PMP practices and the commercial demands of, on one hand, you have PMOs breathing down your neck, and on the other, the clients also chasing for deliverables. So how do you balance?
So my question to you is that requirement to Razi to answer mandatory, or is it optional?
Mandatory.
Mandatory. In project management, we all speak the same lingo, mandatory, so no way out.
Oh, okay, thank you, Berhad. I think the question is really, if I understand right, between what we learn, all this processes, the theories and whatnot. I mean, the theories come from thousands and thousands of experience that was built, the people that did the people, and versus us who got PMP to try to practice that. Usually try to be street smart, a lot of bending here and there. Number one, I have to really cater my stakeholder, and stakeholder means not only the bosses but really the team around. And the thing is that my experience is that most of the thing is that they are not the converted group. If it's really PMP is a converted group, then you really have to take shortcuts, trying to simplify things. For example, like we all practice the 5 stages. And somehow this current practice I'm holding now, I've just breaking into 3. Just plan, execute, close. And that kind of thing. And then after that we have 9 areas. This involve procurement, resource, costing, scope, and I then try to limit based on the maturity of my team. I really have to base more on the scoping, scheduling, that kind of, but not get into involved of costing, the legal thing, the procurement, and so on. Which the frustration is that, as a project manager, at the very least, some of the documents that needs to be used all the time is the contract. You know, if it's really to deliver a project between you and the group, it has to be the contract, and you have to understand the contract. I mean, for info that we're doing some projects earlier together. That contract was really that thick. We have to understand where is the pages, where is the LED, you know, what's need to be delivered. Then you got to say, oh, okay, all right, put aside the contract, let somebody else take care of that. The legal department take care of it. You know, you just focus on the core things. So that's where my experience, you know, venting things. Yeah, I hope I answered that.
Good. Thank you very much. So we conclude the first round of questions from you. So the score is now 1-1-1. So give yourself a round of big applause.